Morning, guys. So just an update about what's happening at Maswell at home. As you know, we're running a morning session on a Tuesday and an evening session on a Thursday. I believe everyone that's attended has been encouraged and rewarded in some way. Thank you for everybody that's given up your time to come along. Just to let you know that we are going to now extend it beyond the end of this month. And again, thank you for those people that have come forward to offer your time. We are going to slightly alter the timing, so the morning session, Ian, remind me, is going to same start time but finish at 12, and the evening is going to start half an hour later at 6:30. But what the idea is, the volunteers can come at 6 to get things ready and be able to park outside. And then open the doors for 6:30. So please, I'd encourage you to carry on praying for the work that we're doing here. It's basically giving us that God has obviously given a lot to people that need more, need either warmth, something to eat, or just are lonely and they need friendship. So on that, I'm actually going to invite a guest, a young man that we've come to know, some of us, to come up to me now. So would you like to come up here and take a seat? Morning, buddy. If you have a seat there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just share some questions with this young gentleman. First of all, a nice easy question. Can you tell me your name, please?
Yeah, so I'm Freddy, Freddy Elgar. Frederick John Elgar Parsons, if we're being complete. But yeah, no, that's it. Okay.
So that's a nice easy question to start, Fred, yeah? Some of you have had the pleasure of meeting Freddie. How old are you, Freddie? I don't even know, mate.
I'm 28, born in 94. So.
28? Yeah. Okay. And Freddie, please, just tell us a bit about where you grew up.
So I came from Manchester. I don't know exactly if coming to London was the best decision of my life, and it definitely wasn't at first. However, it's turned out that it is becoming one of the best decisions of my life, and that's where we're at.
So, Freddie, I mean, I know it's been a bit of a whirlwind journey for you, but if you feel able, can you tell me why you come to London?
Yeah, so I came to London to be with my brother. We spent a week together, had a nice Christmas, and it didn't take long to remember how brothers don't always get along. You know, God bless me, brother, but I have to focus on myself rather than him at the moment. And if things were good at first, I was living in a garage, which is quite funny because it's literally just 50 metres down at the end of this road. And I was living in there with a friend. He owned the house, and the garage was refurbed, so it was okay. It was just like normal accommodation. And then I got a knock at the door one day, and he told me that he'd not been paying his mortgage, and he's been forced to sell the house, and he needs me out. So I said, okay, when do you need me out? And he said, today. And I said, well, that's not possible. How about tomorrow? So we went with tomorrow, and I didn't really have anywhere to go at all. And it was just on the off chance that this building, which I'd walked past 1,000 times, I seen the sign outside, and I'd lost all my confidence. I'd lost everything about myself, to be honest. And I don't know what it was. I just thought, you know what, I'll pop in, I'll stick my head in and see what happens. And I did. And it was scary, to be honest. When like coming to Hounslow from Manchester, it's obviously, you know, wherever you go up and down the country, it's different groups of people, different types of people. And then I had forgotten that there was still such a thing as nice people and genuine people that have restored my confidence and reintroduced me to God in a way. And I came through them doors behind you all, and I was scared, I was shaking like a leaf, and I just remember I was greeted by about 5 or 6 different people which approached me with their hands out and their arms open, and instantly I felt at home. I felt like part of the family. I really did, but it also scared me at the same time, and because it had been a long time. And then Darren only just told me last week that, you know, I'd sat down with Ian, who is a role model to me now, and we sat down, me and Ian, and I had to nip to the bathroom and just take a moment to get my head together. And I didn't know, but Ian had said to Darren, I think I've upset him. And it was nothing that, you know, it was the pure kindness that had got to me. That was all it was. And then as you come back in, again, through the double doors, I was scared again. And Darren says, Freddy, come and play table tennis with me. And I thought, go on then. A bit of not, you know, I haven't had anyone ask me anything like that in a long time. And we played table tennis, and it was good. You know, it was brilliant. And then since coming here, yeah.
Okay. Well, you've answered probably most of my next questions, but I was going to ask you how you heard about Maswell at home, but it was literally you saw the sign and you just walked past them.
There were signs all over. It wasn't until I actually saw the sign outside the reason that I came in. But when you're homeless, you obviously you try and be as resourceful as you can. And in the library and all around town, I'd seen my little leaflets and little slips, and it was something that I've actually passed a few out myself to other people that I believe it can help. But yeah, it just when I walked past and I noticed the same Maswell, and I thought I've seen that somewhere, and I thought, why not?
So again, you've answered some of the questions I was going to ask. Your first, did you have any reservations? You said you did, obviously, and this is obviously something we've got to bear in mind for anybody. It's quite daunting walking through these doors for somebody that hasn't done it before. So, you know, as a church, I know we're really welcoming, but obviously trying to encourage people to come in, even if it's like we're inviting them in our own living room, it's quite a challenge. I was going to ask you what your first impressions were. Again, I think you've answered that one as well, Freddy.
You know, it was like walking in. So obviously, I spent Thursday night with you, and it did. I was scared on the first time, but then straight away I was offered the Tuesday next week. Oh, we do Tuesdays as well, and I met Sheena and Roger, and once again I came in. I was a bit more confident that time, and it was just like walking into a living room. So when you're spending your days, you know, trying to find a warm space, to be precise, walking in on the Tuesday with Sheena, it was like being at home. It just, you know, they set it up like it's home. And tea, coffee, and it's just the small things that sort of, yeah, I felt right at home.
Thanks, Freddie. So a question I'd like to ask you, because you've got a unique perspective that none of us do have. As a guest coming in, is there anything you would change?
Well. No, I think it's absolutely perfect. I think a lot of people that come here obviously don't get to see it from the road that I've been on for the past few months, but it's a lovely place, so I understand why everybody does come here. The only thing that sort of did break my heart was when I looked online, like I was researching these warm spaces, and when I read that it ends at the end of March. And we're in March now, and I was thinking, oh no, like all the goodness that I've taken on board, and all of the positivity that, you know, I've met loads of you in this room, and I won't name names, but you've all, even if you think you haven't, you've all impacted in a way in the small conversations that we've had, and I thought all of that was going to come to an end. So when you've just said that it's extended, it really did make me happy, yeah.
Okay, Freddie. Another question that I wanted you to from your unique perspective, is for anyone thinking about possibly getting involved from the church or from friends of the church, and maybe they're not sure what they can do or what impact they might have. Could you give them any advice?
Yeah, I think, it's sorry.
Yeah, no, that's okay. Just if anyone that's thinking, maybe I can't do anything. I mean, there's people that come here that literally just come and chat to people.
And that's it. It's the small things that matter. It's not the tea, the coffee. It's not the food on a Thursday. It's not coming in for a free meal. So be it. It's just the normality of having nice people to speak to, and just remembering that these things do happen, and there's no reason for it not to happen. I think without things like Maswell now, I think it needs to keep going, because I think without Maswell, I don't think I'd have got very far. Without Darren offering me that game of table tennis, I felt like I was on my way out. I really do. Without meeting Ian and Ness and Charlie and Maria and Sheena and Roger, and there's loads of you, I don't think I'd be where I am today. And it's been good. Nothing but good.
So thank you for sharing that. That's really, I know that's quite tough to be able to sort of dig deep, but that's a really unique perspective, Freddy. So I appreciate that. So Freddy, tell me what's happening in your life now. How have things changed for you at the moment? What's going on at the moment?
Can I say, Ian? Yeah. So. Well, I got myself. I did my first Sunday service, and now if you'd have asked me 2 months ago, would I come to church on a Sunday? And I said, no, it's not the type of person. It's not who I am, and that's being honest. And then I did come, and I don't know why I came. It was just I enjoyed being here. I feel like I can be myself here. And then after the Sunday service, the first one that I've been to in over 15 years, I woke up Monday morning on the street, and I thought I'll get straight in my library. I was hungry, I was thirsty, everything, but I thought I'll get in my library and I'm going to batter out a load of CVs, different companies. And that same day, I got a call and I got a job, like interview. The lady on the phone, she was like, Freddy, when can you come for an interview? I was like, right now. I was like, and she was like, well, we don't operate that quickly. So we arranged the next day, and she said, what time? And I said, first thing in the morning. But then I thought, oh no, because I can meet Sheena for breakfast, and then I can go for the. I said, all right, we'll do midday. So I was able to come here and meet Sheena, and we had the lovely morning breakfast that they provide, and you're just able to get that normality back and have a chat. And then I went for my interview. And then within an hour or two, I got the job, and it's the perfect job. Like nothing could be going better, because I was asking for any job. I would have done any job at the time. When you're desperate, you'll do anything. But I got a job which I'm qualified in, and like everything was coming together slowly. And then as I got the job and I got working, things were getting hard. And I'd mentioned to Ian, it's like the step is you get the job, but then if you're homeless, how do you keep the job? Where do you go when you finish work? It's not possible to do it how I was doing it. I was on the streets. I was in the airport a couple of nights, just trying to get my head down, which security don't let you get your head down. You're not allowed to sleep there. So that was another story. And then luckily, God bless Ian and Ness, I came last Thursday, or Thursday before, sorry, and I only popped the question. I said, what would happen hypothetically if a homeless person pitched a tent next to Maswell? And the only reason I would be comfortable in a tent. You know, it was the only other option. And I picked this building because I thought I'd feel safe here. Like anywhere in Hounslow, no, I wouldn't feel safe. But I thought I'll go next to the building, and Sally jumped up and I'll go and speak to Ian. And I thought, oh no, this is coming across the wrong way now. Like I was asking hypothetically, and I saw a massive discussion in the corner going on. And I was trying to keep my head, and I thought, oh no, I've caused an uproar now. I'm going to be banned from the church. And Ian and Ness were kind enough to come and sit with me and offer me, and they explained they have a warm space for me just to stay until I'm on my feet and get my own place. And they've took me in. And like I said, like Ian's been like a role model. Like it's been crazy to meet people like Ian, Charlie, Darren, people that are just at peace with themselves when I haven't been at peace with myself for a long, long time. And now I feel like I am. You know, I wouldn't have been able to speak to you all a couple of months ago. So, yeah, they took me in, and since then.
So, last question, okay? I feel you've had a bit of a grilling here, but I think it's been great. So, Freddy, what's your plan ahead, mate? What do you see as, I mean, I take it looking for someone to live, but yeah. I'll let you say what you think your next steps are and your plan ahead from here.
I think there's a lot more to it than a plan for just ahead, but a lot more than just succeed in my job, which I am doing, and a lot more than just get a place to live. There's a part of me which I've being where I've been, I've started to understand a lot of why the bad things happen in life and why people make certain choices, and you know, I've just been able to keep myself positive. And there would be a part of me, I want to help people like myself. I think there's a lot of genuine people that are struggling out there, and the help isn't available, and it's sad. It is sad. Like sometimes people look at you and you're homeless and they think, oh, you know, there must be a reason, this, that, you know, you don't want to help him. But part of me, I've met a lot of people, a lot, and I'd love to help the homeless. I really would. I just, you know, the same way you helped me.
Freddie, thank you for that. I think that's been a blessing to all of us to hear that. Finally, before we go and sit down, and I'm sure people want to chat to you afterwards, do you mind if we just pray for you?
Please do.
Yeah? Dear Lord, I just thank you for Freddie's life, Lord. I thank you that he's a witness of how Jesus reached out to people and touched people that were in trouble, that didn't have any friends, and that just needed somebody to speak to. And I just thank you, Lord, that through this project we've been able to impact on Freddie's life, and you've been able to impact on Freddie's life. And I just thank you for his witness for you, Lord. Please hold him dear to you going forward from this place. Help him in his work, help him in his search for a home, and his desire to help people also in trouble, because he's had that unique experience that he can now share that with other people. I just want to ask you to bless his life going forward and to protect him. In your holy name, amen. Cheers, mate.
I mean,